Hey guys, welcome to episode number 505. Today is Monday, so it's Update Monday, and today I wanted to talk about what's in front of me right here because it has consumed most of my summer. Now, as you guys know, my aquarium box is about 2 years old. It's sort of been a passion project of mine, and it's sort of on the verge of being a career, which is a really exciting prospect. Now, I mean, we've got the subscription box that's been around for almost 2 years now. We've also launched an e-commerce store, shop.myaquariumbox.com, and we've started to create our own products, manufacture our own aquarium products. And what is in front of me right here, which I want to talk about, is really, really exciting. And it's one big step in that direction. So we have an armful of aquarium foods to talk about. These are My Aquarium Box brand fish foods, and we've got basically everything. And if we don't have it, we're probably working on it right now. So what I want to do is very quickly walk through each and every single one of these things so you can see what it is. I can talk a little bit about it, and then you can learn how to save 10% when you go and order it online. All right, first up, we have brine shrimp flake. This stuff is awesome. We've got a lot of flake. This is probably one of my favorites because it's one of those things that you can feed to your finicky eaters. It's one of those things you can feed to your small fry, and they're gonna love that stuff. So we've got brine shrimp flake. Next up, we've got another one of my favorites. This is the Spirulina Supreme flake. And by the way, all of these flakes are 1/4 pound bags of fish food. That's a lot of flake food. It will go a very long way. And the Spirulina Supreme fish food, flake food, has extra spirulina in it. Spirulina is the #1 ingredient. So if you've got veggie loving fish, that's the one for you. If you want something a little bit more basic, it's the same price. If you want something a little bit more basic, we've got just regular spirulina flake. Again, for your veggie loving fish. Next up, we've got goldfish flake. Everybody loves goldfish. Goldfish need flake food too. So that's a good one there. We've actually got goldfish pellets as well over here. And you know, it's good to mix up what you're feeding your fish. And goldfish, if they're smaller, they'll probably prefer the flake, the goldfish flake. If they're a little bit larger, they'll probably do better with this floating goldfish pellet. So that's good to feed as well. Going on down the line, we've also got a line of pellets. This here is the 3mm cichlid pellet. 3 millimeters is a really good size for most of your like medium to large size cichlids. And if you've got very large cichlids, we've got the 5mm cichlid pellet. So very big fish, 5mm pellets is probably the way to go. Everyone else, you probably get by just fine with the 3mm. That's really the staple. If you've got big fish, bottom feeding fish, we've got this 9.5mm bottom feeding pellet. And this is a really cool pellet, something that's really interesting because it's sort of stabilized. It's got sort of a makeup ingredients list, which is stabilized. So you throw this in the water and it's not gonna fall apart, it's not gonna crumble, it's not gonna go all over the place and make a giant mess. It stays together in like a soft little 9.5mm ball. And fish can graze on it throughout the day. So if you've got things like plecos, they can graze on that throughout the day. If you've got smaller bottom feeding fish that will sort of pick away at it, like Koi cats or something like that, they could also go for this. Anything that's on the bottom of the tank will go for this. But if you've got very large fish, bottom feeding fish, catfish, those sorts of things, these are great too because they can search for those throughout the day and it's not gonna mess up your water. Big pellets will mess up your water really fast if they fall apart and just sort of go into the water column and become ammonia. So making sure that they're sort of stabilized and available for a longer period of time for feeding is a really good thing. All right, next up is angelfish flake, specifically formulated for your freshwater angelfish. I'm sure a discus can eat it as well. Then we've got another one of my favorites. This is the egg yolk flake, and this has egg as an ingredient in it. And egg yolk, if you've bred fish, freshwater fish, you know that sometimes breeders will feed their fish, their very young fry, on egg yolk, because it's a very high protein, very high quality ingredient that you can feed your fish. And so egg yolk flake takes the best of that and puts it into a flake form. It's good for your young fish. It's also good for your fish that you're conditioning to breed. So definitely check this stuff out if you're breeding fish. I think it'll help out. And I can't wait to try it in my fish room as well. Next up, it is a product which is also fairly exciting. This is Beefheart flake. And this is something that is actually only for sale in the US. Canada and the UK, I think, are a little scared about mad cow disease and other things, but this does have beef as an ingredient, so feeding it to fish is fine, but you don't want to feed it to anything else. This is a great choice for your South American cichlids that want that higher protein content and those higher quality ingredients in a flake food. So that's very cool as well. Next up, we didn't forget about our marine friends. This is a marine flake, standard marine flake, great for all of your community marine fish to graze on. Very cool item there. And then we have the premium tropical flake, mixed flake, 2 or 3 different colors in there. So that again works for all of your community fish in a freshwater aquarium. All right, moving on, we have algae discs, and these are a half-pound bag of algae discs, fairly hefty. We've been thinking about making larger sizes of these, maybe like a 1-pound bag, maybe even larger. Let me know, how much you buy when you buy algae pellet, algae discs, if a half-pound is large enough or not. But we have algae discs here, very affordable item, great for all of your bottom feeders and your plecos and whatnot. Next up, we have earthworm flakes, and again, these are really good for any of your live bearers, any of your fish that eat like worms in their sort of their natural habitat, or insects or things like that. Earthworm flakes are great for them, specifically live bearers love them. Next up, this is a flake that has very, very high quality ingredients. It's the plankton spirulina krill flake. So you know that you've got some good ingredients there, high quality protein sources in this flake. Plankton, spirulina, and krill as ingredients for that one. All right, we didn't forget our pond people. In fact, we've got a number of pond foods as well. So we've got the flakes, we got the pellets, we've also got pond foods. So first one up here is a juvenile koi pellet. These are good for your growing koi. If your koi are still very much growing, juvenile fish, this is what you want to feed them. It's got the right nutritional profile for those growing fish. It's going to help them to grow healthy and strong and quickly. So that's that there. These are actually 2-pound bags. It's ponds. We know people go through a lot of food. We tried to make a larger size bag. It's annoying to have to sort of rip into very small bags when you go through it so quickly. So we're starting out with a 2-pound bag for pond food. If you guys like larger size bags, I don't know, like 5-pound, 10-pound bag, let me know what you guys buy when you buy pond foods, koi foods, and we'll try to come up with those. I was thinking about putting these things in like a 5-gallon bucket or like a 3-gallon bucket or something like that. Could work out. Let me know what you think. We have 2 more koi pellets. This is a fancy koi pellet, and this is great for all of your fish, your very colorful adult fish that you know, you're looking to just maintain them. You're looking for them to have the best coloration they possibly can during the warm months of the year. And if you have koi, you know that during the cooler months of the year, you have to feed them a slightly different formula of food. You know, you don't want to feed them the same diet all the way up until the point where they go down for the winter. So we have a cool weather pond pellet for your koi. So in the spring and in the fall, when your fish are not moving quite as fast, this is the thing you want to feed them. Those are our koi foods. We do have one more pond food. This is the Aquatic Turtle diet, and this is something that I'm really excited about because I have turtles and I've been feeding this to my turtles. They love it. I have recently, or in the past, I've fed Missouri turtle pellets, and these look almost exactly the same. They smell exactly the same, and the ingredients I think are very similar as well. So the turtles love it, I love it, and I'm gonna continue to feed that to my turtles. This is a 1-pound bag of turtle pellets. Again, we've been considering making larger sizes. Let me know what you guys think and what size you think we should offer for those. All right, the table looks empty, but we're not done yet. We've got 3 canisters, actually 4 canisters to talk about, and these are powdered foods. So, high quality powdered foods. This is a coral food, and we have very high quality ingredients in this. These are 2-ounce containers, and they will last for quite a while. And the ingredients for this, it's a blend of natural zooplankton and phytoplankton, and that's it in powdered form. So if you're looking to feed your corals, to keep them colorful, to keep them healthy, that's a good choice. We also have your run-of-the-mill basic 100% spirulina powder. And again, this is a 2-ounce jar. This is one of those things you can feed to your fish, your fry, your corals, whatever you'd like. You can add it if you're creating your own foods. You can add it as sort of a supplemental ingredient in its powdered form. It will mix into any of the foods that you're trying to create. Again, made in the USA, high quality ingredients, great stuff. And then we've got 2 other canisters to talk about here. Again, these are 2-ounce jars. We have fry foods, fry powders, and I think we've actually got 5 different types of fry powders, and they go up in micron size. So this is the first one, and this is the less than 50 micron size, and it goes all the way up until the 250 to 450 micron size. So if you've got some very, very, very small larval animals, you're going to want to start with something small like this. The numbers go up, and then eventually you get to this size, which is great for any of your like newly hatched fry, like fish fry, live bearer type fry. This is a good option. Anything that's fully developed can start taking this immediately. Anything that has like a very, very small larval form, you're going to need to start with a very fine micron powder size. Anyways, guys, that's all of the food that I've been creating. It's taken all summer to come up with this, to manufacture it, to bring it to you guys, and now it's for sale on shop.myaquariumbox.com. And if you go on there and you use the coupon code FOOD10, you can save 10% on your order of this fish food. So go check it out, shop.myaquariumbox.com. It's the My Aquarium Box family of fish foods. Super excited to bring this to you guys. Hope you try it out. Let me know what you think. If you have a My Aquarium box, you may see some of this start to appear in your box, but My Aquarium box will always have a wide selection of foods in it so that you can try foods from every single different brand on the market. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. This has been a lot of fun to put together. I hope you guys try it and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later.